All right, so tonight's recipe is going to be chicken, shredded chicken that I've already cooked from that pasta that I made in the last video. And then I'm going to make some keto cheese taco shells. So pretty much everything's going to be really easy. I'm just going to shred this chicken with a fork, and I'm going to saute it in some, probably a little bit of chicken broth and some taco seasoning and such. Now that my chicken is shredded, I'm going to go ahead and heat up a medium-sized saucepan and put some chicken broth in it and some seasoning so it to marinate, and I'm going to put it on simmer. Okay, so now I put about 1/3 cup of chicken broth into a skillet. It's now having a little boil, so now I'm going to add my chicken into the saucepan. Okay, so next I'm going to season the chicken, always using the garlic salt, of course. I'm doing a little bit of pepper. I'm going to do a little bit of cumin. And I'm going to do paprika because that's always a good little start. And then I actually have this taco seasoning that Aunt Julie made us. So I'm just going to dump the whole thing in because we don't have that much left. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now I'm just going to get like a little tongue and stir it around and then put it on simmer. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut some of my toppings for when I am finished with my taco shells. The oven's actually being used right now, so after that the taco shells only should take about 5 to 7 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and prep this stuff. I have some jalapeno here, onion, cilantro. You don't want to use too much onion because it's high in carbs. I'm also going to be using some arugula salad mix for the lettuce because that's all we have right now. Okay, so I've just chopped up my cilantro, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a nice little pinch and I'm going to put it in my chicken. There we go. Now I'm going to start my onions. Now you don't want to do too much. So I'm only going to do that, and we probably won't even use it all. So we won't use it all because it's high in carbs. My baby spinach spring mix that we're going to use for the lettuce. So I'm just going to kind of not dice it, but make it a little, I'm going to cut it. And that's going to go on top of our tacos. I'm debating if I want to do a little bit of sauteed broccoli in it because we have sauteed broccoli, but I think we'll just keep it kind of simple. Do this with the chicken, the cheese crisp, and a little bit of hot sauce. Tapatio. She'll say Louisiana. Tapatio. Okay, so it calls for some cheese, and I just don't think that's going to be enough because I'm going to... Oops, I dropped some cheese on the floor. There you go, Rue. Is she allowed to have cheese? Did you have cheese? No. Okay, well, it's gone already, so we'll see you tomorrow. So I'm actually going to just shred a little bit more cheese because we're going to make more than 2 taco shells. It shows like maybe about this much spread on the parchment paper to go into the oven. So I'm just going to eyeball it and probably shred this whole cheese, see how it goes. If I need more, I'll shred some more. And the oven's already on. Pizza's not in anymore, which we're not eating. Someone else is here, not on keto. So I'm going to bring this down to 350 because that's what it calls for. Okay, now that I have my cheese grated, I have a pan over there, which I put with parchment paper. And now it's been requested that she needs a cup of cheese. She's literally just gonna eat it like that. So
they're gonna think it's me.
Yeah, they will think it's you, but it's not. It's actually Imani. All right, so now I'm gonna make my cheese crisps. I got my parchment paper here. basically you just want to put it in a little mound and then kind of spread it out into a circle as you would do for a shell. Now this is my first time making it, so I'm going to try to do the best I can here. And then of course it's going to melt and kind of spread a little bit. So I guess I can only put 4 in the pan at once, so I'm probably going to get another pan out because 4 ain't going to do a thing. So I actually originally got the idea of the cheese taco shells from our dear friend Charity. It seems like anything I can do, she can do better. And that's great because we can just go to her house and eat. But I'm going to go ahead and make the last 2. I might need some more cheese. I shouldn't have given that cup away, and she literally did eat it with her fingers and just stuffed it in her mouth because we're just a cheese family. So I might just take from there, or I might just, grate up a little bit more because that's not going to do it. So my wine has been stolen, so now I'm going to just have it in my nice mason jar glass that I got at my best friend Melissa's wedding. She made it, well, glued it, but that's okay. I love it. I still have it. Cheers. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my cheese crisps in the oven. And it should only go in for about 5 to 7 minutes. So we'll see. Okay, so these are done. So what I'm going to do next is pass off the camera to someone else because I'm going to have to scoop them up and then I'm going to hang them on my apparatus that I made over here. 2 cups, 1 stick. So I used a spatula to kind of scoop it up. Now I'm going to go over and I'm going to hang it so that it hardens into that position. I might need to set up a couple more of these. I'm not sure how long I keep them there. And those look pretty crispy. But yeah, this is, you see how it thinned out a little bit? Boom. Kind of stirred my chicken. I added a little bit more juice, so another 1/3 cup juice in there. And it's still on low, keeping the temp and marinating itself. Marinating itself. When I said a 1/3 cup of juice, I really meant chicken broth. But if you watched my videos before, I think you can catch on to my lingo. Okay, so I ran out of patience and time. So here's our first original one that we did. It is a taco shell. This is what happens when you put too much cheese on it. It starts to kind of hang low. Same thing with that one. But we ran out of space and room. But check it out. Boom. Taco shell. So we're going to let this hang out. Hang out. And after that, we're pretty much done with our meal. We just got to add the chicken. Add our toppings, add the hot sauce. We obviously don't need any cheese. Okay, so now I'm going to start making the tacos. This is gonna be so good. Oops. Boom. Oh my god, my taco shell! Okay, well that was the kind of one anyway. I'll just put it on that one. If it comes off. Oh, there we go. I'm having issues. Okay, so now I fill my tacos. All right. So now that I've loaded all the chickens, the taco shells. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and add my jalapeno into each one. And I'll do this separately. I'm going to add my onion to each one unless someone doesn't like onion, which is Imani. And then I'm going to add my cilantro. I like a lot of cilantro because it just gives it the whole flavor. And then I'm gonna do my arugula salad mix with spinach. And then I'm going to top it off with some sour cream. I love this sour cream because it just squeezes right out. And I mentioned Tapatio, but I just realized we don't. And so I just realized that we don't have any Tapatio. And I know I mentioned it earlier and I'm really sad about it. So we're doing Louisiana tonight. Boom, boom, boom. And it's finished. It's done. Those are the Keto crisp, cheese crisp tacos. All right, let's see how it turned out.
Wait, what?
Bomb. Yeah, that's good. Go ahead and enjoy your too, boo.